Hello, my dear students. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. Hope you guys are fine. So, guys, quickly join the session so that we can start with the environment topics, weightage, and preparation strategy with you guys. So, come on, guys, join the session fast as early as possible. So, we'll quickly start. First of all, if you don't know about me, you can go through my profile. Next, you can join my Telegram group so that you don't miss any of the upcoming sessions with the notifications or anything else. Apart from that, guys, as you know, we have launched the GATE 2025 foundation course. So this week I'll be with you. We'll be taking environmental engineering sessions right from the basics. So here is the schedule for you guys. You guys can check it out, the schedule. This has been shifted to 22 March. Okay, that's the only thing you need to know. Apart from that, if I talk it about, hi Mohit. Apart from that, if I talk it about, guys, as you know, one more thing that this year we have authentic results. We have ranks under All India 10 in this GATE 2024. So you guys can check out our success stories. And guys, there is a workshop on 28th of March at 7:30 p.m. that if you are targeting for GATE 2025, what should be the 7 golden rules. Apart from that, on 14th of April, we have National Scholarship Test. You can get scholarship up to 90%. Flexibility of timing is there. You can give the test anytime between 9 a.m. in the morning to 9 p.m. in the evening. I missed qualification by 0.6. Oh my god, Mohit, slightly. Okay. Guys, we are having ground zero series going in the app, and I'll be completing 3 chapters of irrigation. From today I've started irrigation. So this is the whole irrigation, that is irrigation introduction part, then talking about soil moisture, duty delta, each and everything I'll be covering. So you guys can check it out every day. This is free of cost in the app. Link is there in the description from where you guys can download the app and attend the sessions every day at 7:30 p.m. 5:30 p.m. Okay. Apart from that, we have launched full syllabus course for 25 and 26, both in English and Hindi language. If you have any doubt regarding the courses, you can call on this number. And now we'll start with the syllabus part. If you guys have any doubts, you guys are also free to ask to me. Nothing, no foundations from my side. Okay. So let's start the session. We'll keep it very short. But in case if you have any doubts, you're free to ask. Okay. Ma'am, humble request for a minute. Tell us how to calculate MPN. For your humble request, beta, I have already taken a very complete session, Nagraj Koloruji. What you can do is, basically, you just message me on Telegram. I'll share my Telegram group with you. मैं आपको link भेज दूंगी. Just check it out because वो बहुत लंबा 1 hour session is there. I have taught you. And in case if you have any doubt, I'm just a message away. Talk to me. I'll basically help you in solving the doubts. Okay. So I've shared my Telegram group with you. You can check it out and let me know in case you face any issues. Fine. I'll just share the, just message me hi and tell me to share the MPN one. I'll share with you. Okay. Where can we get the foundation batch information? For that, you can call on this number or in the description box, counseling form is there. You guys can check it out. Okay. Now, guys, let me tell you the official GATE syllabus, first of all, for civil engineering. Because the main funda which I ask for is before study for the exam, study the exam. What that particular exam or what that particular subject wants from you. That is my funda which I always say. So first of all, you have water and wastewater quality and treatment. So basically here you will be having what? Physical, chemical, biological parameters, water quality index, unit processes, operations. Then we have distribution systems, acceptable limit, cost for rejection limit, then sewerage, then wastewater, we have sewers, disposal, treatment / disposal, all that part is there. Talking about, then this was your raw water and wastewater. After that, talking about air pollution. In air pollution, you have types of pollutants, sources, impacts. This air quality index, this has been introduced from 21. Okay, but no questions have been asked. Okay, this year they have given something related to compilance one, but never ever they have asked any limits or nothing like that they have ever asked, or any numericals from this topic till now. Future में पूछ लेगा, that I can't say. Okay. उसके बाद म्युनिसिपल सॉलिड वेस्ट, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, जनरेशन, कलेक्शन, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, और जो हमारे लैंड फिलिंग, कंपोस्टिंग, पल्वराइजेशन, ऑटोक्लेविंग, ऑल दीज मेथड्स आते हैं. ओके, क्या पूछ रहे हो? गेट एनवायरमेंटल साइंस के लिए क्लास होगी क्या? अलका, लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, आज ही अगर आप इस चैनल में देखो, आई हैव टेकन एन इंटरव्यू ऑफ ऑल इंडिया रैंक 5 ऑफ एनवायरमेंटल साइंस। ही विल टेल यू, अब जब मैं आपको सच बताती हूँ, जब हम लोग ने रिकॉर्डिंग ओवर की, you can ask to him if I'm bluffing also, कि मैम ने तो अगर ऐसा बोल रही है तो आप खुद अगर you can contact to him, ऑल इंडिया रैंक 5, उसके पास मेरे नोट्स है, theoretical notes and all, and he said that ma'am these notes are helpful for all the examinations for me. And he also said, Alka, like 60 to 65% of your civil syllabus is there. उसके अलावा microbiology chemistry portion is there which is up to your 12th standard, उससे ज्यादा का नहीं है। तो अगर आपके पास 12th की NCERT है, that is more than sufficient. ओके, अगर आपको थोड़ा बहुत भी केमिस्ट्री अच्छा है, देन माइक्रोबायोलॉजी, केमिस्ट्री, बायोलॉजी, डीएनए, आरएनए वगैरह थोड़ा पढ़ना पड़ेगा आपको, सेल डिविजन्स वगैरह के बारे में। ओके, सो दैट इज द थिंग। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट एवरीथिंग इज कूल। आप डेफिनेटली अगर आप इतना पढ़ रहे हो, 65% अप टू सिलेबस, हाइड्रोलॉजी, इरिगेशन, फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स, मैथ्स, एप्टीट्यूड, वो यही कवर हो जाएगा। बस ये छोटे चीज है जो आपको कवर करना पड़ेगा एडिशनल। क्लियर अलका? Subject wise course available. You have the option talk to counselor. There you can say, madam, can we get PDF notes of environmental engineering? Which PDF notes you want, beta? Okay, so this is your official GATE syllabus. Now, if you guys are targeting for GATE and ESC simultaneously, so let me tell you, this is the syllabus for your environmental engineering for your ESC. Approximately same syllabus होता है, but यहाँ पर here what you will see is database चीज, like if this year if you talk it about ESC prelims paper, अब आप खुद ही बता रहे, you only tell me if थोड़ा भी बहुत आपको knowledge है, like water demand में never ever in the gate they have asked कि hospital 50 bed के hospital, 50 bed hospital, how much will be per capita water demand? Cinema hall, restaurants, what will be the per capita water demand? But they have asked this database questions in your ESC. Match the following में पूछ लिया, ठीक है? So that is the thing. Some database things are there which will be asked here. Apart from that, if I talk it about guys, solid waste management same ही है, but यहाँ पे आपके साथ एक चीज और है. Here you will be having noise pollution. Noise pollution has been eliminated from your gate, but it is still there in your ESC as well as जितने आप competitive exams की और तैयारी कर रहे हो. So if you are targeting for other competitive examinations also, okay, so if you are targeting for other competitive examinations also, there also noise pollution is there. Okay, it's only for your gate that noise pollution is eliminated, only air pollution is there, but in other examinations air and noise pollution both is there. Okay, so this is the official syllabus, you guys can go through it. Okay, and as I have already shared my telegram group of it, so I'll provide you, not today because first you have to see the session, but I'll provide you with the PDF of it. Okay, now talking next about, so as I told you, the syllabus part of water supply, then we talked about wastewater treatment, then I talked about air pollution. Now guys, if you, this is the thing which I have bifurcated and mentioned in detail so that you can know ki kaun si cheez. See, if you go to the standard textbook, there are these are that this much thick, okay, and you are not going to do PhD in environmental engineering, right, or for any other subjects, you need to crack the examinations. तो पता तो होना चाहिए ना, you should know that what you need to study and what are the topics which are not there in your syllabus and you don't need to study. So that is the reason syllabus is important. Okay, so why I'm stretching on syllabus is that first you should know that what are the things you need to study and what are the things you don't need to study. Fine. Now coming back, so this is in detail I have told you about it. Now coming back about the last 5-year trends, that what are the number of questions which are asked in your gate and what are the topics from which it has been asked. So if I talk about the last 5-year trends for you guys, so generally 3 to 9 questions because it varies. 1 marks questions is also there and 2 marks questions is also there. Topics from which they are being asking is from raw water quality, water treatment plant, sewage treatment plant, solid waste management, and guys one more, that is air pollution. Now if you check it out every year and in every set, it is very mandatory, they ask something or not, but it is very mandatory that they will ask question from air pollution for sure. Okay, so that's too much confident that air pollution to aayega. Bhale they can ask you very simple question. Who was telling me, Nagraj, actually I'm talking the same thing in Hindi also and English also, so don't think that I'm skipping something. Okay, so I'm talking in both the languages, but I'm talking the same thing, so don't worry, you're not skipping it anything. Now talking about air pollution, I told you, even they can ask simple question, which of this is a primary pollutant, which of this is not a primary pollutant, but they will be asking for sure. Minimum 1 marks, but they will be asking. So at any cost, anything happens, you don't have to leave air pollution and go. Now, talking next about last 5 year trends for your ESE, if I talk it about engineering services examinations. So generally 11 to 21 questions are there, 22 to 42 questions. Now guys, check it out. Water demand, if you check out the previous year's questions of GATE, it was more than 10 years back that they have asked question, 10 to 15 years back, they have asked questions from water demand. Till now, every year we wait, but they never ask questions from water demand. But see, in ESE they are asking. And forget about ESE, even in BARC this year they have asked questions from water demand. So I'm telling you that it's not this, if this subject is there and I'm teaching you water demand, so you will say that ma'am, it has not been asked in GATE. Doesn't matter, but it is there in the syllabus of GATE, so you cannot predict that very next year they can ask you. Plus, I know that it, apart from GATE, you'll be preparing for ESE or other examination. So that is pretty much sure. This year, water demand question has been asked in ESE. This year, water demand question has been asked in BARC regarding geometrical increase method. So at any cost, you will be getting questions from this topic. So you need to study. It doesn't matter that it is not asked in GATE, but it is asked in other examinations. Clear? Now, talking about the reference book, guys, if you have the query that which book should I choose it, because definitely if you are a book person who want to study, like sometimes it happens that a particular topic I'm not able to understand. So in that case, if you want, if you're a Hindi medium student also and who's finding difficulty in English, sometimes it happens, right? So if you want to prefer Indian author books with a very simple English, so you can go by the book of SK Girl Service book. This is the book which personally I feel that it is in a very easy breezy manner it has been taught. So if you want, there are two parts of it. One part is for water supply engineering and the other part is sewage disposal and air pollution engineering. Now I'll give you a warning, very important warning guys, listen to me carefully. Kindly check out the edition. Now ma'am, why you're focusing on edition? You want us to waste money and you want us that we should spend money in purchasing new books? Nothing like that. I know in telegrams and all also you can see n number of the PDFs are circulating, but let me tell you guys, like water demand is there, like quality of water chapter is there. Here codal provisions are there and codes get revised. So if you have read the old book, you have studied the old codes and which has been revised. Now there have been 2016 amendments has been there, 2018 amendments has been there. So amendments are there. But आप पुराने codes पढ़ रहे हो because you are reading the old book. So you are reading the old codes, you are reading the old limits. So that is the reason you are not updated. And mark it for sure that in examinations, whether you're giving assistant engineer, junior engineer, or you're giving any other examinations also, they will give you in the MCQ option the old one also, and you will mark the old one and you will lose marks. So that is the reason I tell you that those chapters in which codal provisions are there, kindly download the new code, update yourself, or kindly go through the new edition. Okay, anything you can do it, but mark it, make it sure, because see yaar, even right now some the very first time Mohit came and he only said, "Na, I missed qualification by 0.6 marks, qualifying marks by 0.6 marks." So even not even 1 marks, even point marks in decimal also matters. Okay, so you will say, "Ma'am, 4-5 portions will be there, we'll manage." It's not about 4-5 portions, it's about every decimal marks which will make you away from your rank. Okay, so that is the reason, be pretty much sure about it. And if you want foreign author books and all, you can go through the book of PV and Rowe, that is PEAVY. Okay, you can go through that book also, that is also a good book. So if you want to go in depth, you can refer to that book. Okay, apart from it, if I talk about the chapters of environmental engineering, so these are the chapters and this is the sequence in which you will be proceeding. Okay, first water demand. Here first we'll be talking about disposal and then I'll be talking about sewage. Technically treatment पहले करते हैं, then we go for disposal, but while starting first we study disposal and then we study sewage. Okay, why so? That I'll tell you when we'll be going through the chapters, but this is the chronology which we follow. Technically the moment we do treatment, first we do treatment and then we dispose it, but while studying we study disposal first. Okay, so it's not that ma'am easy पढ़ता है इसलिए आप पढ़ा रहे हो, it's easy that's why you're teaching. No, I'll tell you the reasons that why we do that. Okay, and last, noise pollution, that is there for your ESE and for your other competitive examinations. Fine. Now, Talking next about last 5 years pattern of environmental engineering for your gate. So if you want to check it out, this is the pattern, how much questions have been asked each year, they have mentioned to you. So you guys can check it out that in every year 24, 23, 22 I have taken in the reverse chronology order, latest first, oldest at the last. And when you want to see the trend, last 5 years is sufficient. Okay, so that's why I've taken last 5 years pattern of your environmental engineering, that how much marks questions were asked. So whether it is 1 marks questions, 2 marks questions, they have asked quite a number of times, specifically 2 marks questions and all. So be prepared for environmental engineering. You don't have the option to leave it. Okay, you don't have any options to leave environmental engineering and go, because it carries a significant weightage, more than 10% weightage. Okay, if it is a 100 marks paper, generally minimum 10%, 10 marks it will be asked. Okay, so it carries more than 10% weightage, so you have to be pretty much like focused, that you don't have any option to leave environmental engineering. And like who said it, Alka said it. So guys, if you are preparing for environmental science also, okay, so that will be benefit for you. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है, like यहाँ पे सिर्फ ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने you have studied environment here and it will be wasted. Even if you are preparing for environmental science, environment is going to be very very useful there also. Clear? Now coming up next, environmental engineering. So basically it is divided into 5 categories. First is water supply engineering, which you call it as raw water engineering also. Then you have wastewater engineering, then solid waste management, air pollution, and then noise pollution. This from 2021 onwards, 2021 onwards, now it is not there in your gate, it is only there in your ESC. Clear? Now talking about further that what do you get it here? The first chapter, जब हम बात करेंगे, we'll be talking about first chapter. In this, we'll be talking about water demand, population forecasting methods like arithmetic method. Like this year, they have asked questions from geometric method. So we will be talking about geometric method, incremental method, then logistic curve method, decrease rate of growth method, zoning method, simple graphical method, and the last one is comparative graphical. Clear? So there are n number of population forecasting methods and all, which we'll be talking about in this chapter. And this is important. Like I told you, this year bar they have asked questions from geometric method. In water demand, how do you measure water demand for low income group? What is the water demand for high income group? What is the water demand? Each and everything we'll be starting about here. Okay. Now next, if you talk it about next chapter, if you talk it about, that is sources of water and conveyance. Here we'll be talking about what are the surface sources of water, rivers, ponds, streams. Then we'll be talking about subsurface sources of water, surface sources. Then you have subsurface sources of water. Subsurface sources like your infiltration galleries. Now some people teach it in your groundwater hydrology, some people teach it in environmental engineering, because it is common in both. So infiltration galleries are there. Then you have infiltration wells. Then you have springs. Then you have wells. Then you have tube wells. Then you have aquifers. So these are there in your subsurface sources. Again important, this year only you can see that questions from this wells topic has been asked, tube well topics, tube pits, themes, that is very very important. Okay, so I am telling you that each chapter is important. There is nothing like ye chapter chhod do, just skip this chapter. You can't do that. Okay, you need to study it. It is very very mandatory. Like wells and tube wells, this is damn important. You can't miss it. Okay, you can't dare to miss it. You have to study it. Okay, now talking about next is quality of water, which Nagaraj was telling. So physical water quality parameters. Physical is what? Which you can touch, which you can feel, which you can see. So there are physical water quality parameters which you will be seeing, that is suspended solids. Okay, or you can see color, you can see that, you can feel the taste, you can smell the water. Okay, you can check out the temperature. So these are the things which is physical, which you can touch, which you can feel, which you can see. Chemical is like important is your alkalinity, hardness. Then you have fluorides, chlorides, nitrogen content, and so on. Clear? Biological, here you have MPN test. Practically obsolete ho chuka. Nobody uses this test, but in examinations, I'm surprised that this year they haven't asked question from MPN, but it is like a prominent. If you check out the last 5 years, sometimes they were asking questions in both the sets, and sometimes they were asking questions consecutively also. Okay, so MPN test is there, membrane filter technique is there. From that, questions has been from MPN pucha hai, membrane filter technique they haven't asked question. Okay, so this is there, and then Thomas equation is there. Guys, if you have any doubt, feel free to comment. I'll be happy to answer it. Okay, so this is from your physical, chemical, then biological. Now next, coming further, you have treatment of water. So this is the chronology. First screening, then aeration, then sedimentation. Yeah, important है आपके लिए. Okay, you cannot miss it. Could you conduct weekly live test on app? I can conduct. I'm very happy to conduct it. But Malika Arjun, you have to come. Generally, by the name of test, whenever we take test, it is you guys who don't commit. Even if you check it out, just a minute, I'll share you with you. The last slide. Just a minute. See, even on app, I'm taking classes now. Even on app, if I'm taking classes, you can check out the schedule. I take the practice session. The reason of taking practice session is here I deal only numericals. The reason is the moment you just heard the word test, everybody gets vanished. दिखता ही नहीं है कोई. So that is the thing. So I take practice sessions because I want you to practice numericals. Even now you saw that in BARC also 75 to 80% you have numericals. So definitely you have to do numericals. Whatever concepts are there, how will you know that whatever concepts you have studied, you are able to apply it through the help of numericals. So nobody has to run away from it. But I don't know why do you guys do this. This plus PDF, can we get it? That I'll let you know at the end. Okay, so this is the syllabus. If you talk it about here, the one thing which is very important is this one, coagulation aided sedimentation. This year 2 marks they have asked questions from alum. So I told you 2 to 5 years they were not asking questions. Now this year they have asked questions from coagulation. Filtration, disinfection, patent. Disinfection, Chick's law. This is the patent question which has been asked. So Chick's law they have asked questions. Okay, filtration, rapid sand filter, slow sand. This year also they have asked questions from multimedia filter. So this is important. You cannot dare to miss it. This chapter is important for all your competitive examinations. आप छोड़ ही नहीं सकते. You cannot leave this chapter. It is that important. Okay, you cannot leave this chapter. Polytechnic lecturer, any exam, sub engineer, junior engineer, assistant engineer, any exams you prepare for. Okay, now talking about next, water distribution system. Here, water distribution system, these walls, this is not much asked in your gate, but this is much asked for all other competitive examinations. Scour wall, blow off wall, drain wall, synonyms pata hona chahiye, sluice wall, gate wall, cut off wall, reflux wall, check wall, non-returning wall, pilot wall. So there are n number of types of walls are there. Butterfly wall, globe wall, what are the things which they do? That all things you should know. Synonyms, you should know what are the synonyms of that particular type of walls. So everything you need to know. They can ask you in match the following. They can ask you in tick the correct statement questions. They will give you the theoretical part and they'll tell you that identify the type of wall. So they can ask you in any manner. Clear? So that is the reason you have to go through it. Fine. Now, coming further, next we will talk about wastewater. So this was water supply engineering. Now we'll talk about wastewater engineering. In wastewater engineering, first is very important. You cannot leave this. This is so important. I can't tell you. Last year also they have asked questions from BOD and THOD. So biochemical oxygen demand, theoretical oxygen demand, and chemical oxygen demand. ये बहुत important है guys. This is very important. These three, not only for your gate but for your other examination also. This is very important. Okay, then we have topics like relative stability, population equivalent. theoretical point of view, just one formulas are there, but these BOD, COD and THOD, if you check out the previous year's papers, on loop they have asked questions from these topics. Okay, now coming next further, you have design of sievers. Again, you will say ma'am sabhi ko important bol rahe ho, because guys they have asked questions from these topics. If you talk it about, they have asked questions from sewer apprentices, jo aap dekhte ho other examinations, not only in gate. Lamp hole, what is lamp hole is there. Then they talked about flushing tanks. They have talked about you can say a number of other things, a number of other sewer apprentices, like drop manhole. Specifically drop manhole is very common. They have asked about the material to be used for making the sewers, what are the hydraulic characteristics, partial flow characteristics of sewers, hydraulic efficient sections, what is there. So they have asked questions a lot of times from this, so kindly be prepared for it. I got XC 300 gate score. So what colleges do I get? You're from XC, beta, Saurabh. Gate score with the all India rank SC category. So what colleges do I get? You can get even IIT also. But आपको XC, that doesn't mean that you will get in mechanical any branches. You will get only for XC. Remember guys, let me tell you for others also, in case you don't know, that is a very big misconception. Who is there? Alka, Gaurav, Nagraj, everybody else also. If let us suppose you are getting a good score in environmental science, all India rank 1, let us suppose, that doesn't mean that you can go to IIT Delhi or IIT Kanpur or Bombay, anywhere, and you can apply for structures. No, that will not work. Your scorecard is valid for environmental engineering branch or any branches of environmental science which is there in that particular college. Okay, so like if you have got a good rank from environmental science, that doesn't mean that you will get a good college and IIT for water resource or for structures. No, that scorecard will not be acceptable. For that, you have to give the GATE civil one. Okay, C paper code. But this one will be valid for your environmental engineering and environmental science if it is there. So just ignore that mindset. Okay, so you will get that particular one only. Now, and let me tell you, this year also, if I'm not able to remember, NHPC something, you have the vacancy in that environmental science. If you have done MTech and all, there was opportunity in PSUs, and even they were accepting the scorecard of environmental science, but that was from GATE 2023. But I'm telling you, so even if you think that दे नहीं देंगे तो कोई फायदा तो नहीं है, so definitely फायदा है, and we are expecting that more advantage will come in future, but you can check it out. That one means not core, mostly interdisciplinary, right? Yes, interdisciplinary branches you can get, but not the core one. Your production and thermal and all, you won't be getting it. Yeah, fine. Now, talking about this is again a very important chapter for you. Very, very, very important chapter. You can't dare to miss it. This year they have asked question in your bar. I told you now. What do you think? That if they're not asking questions in GATE, that means in upcoming examinations they won't ask questions from any topic? No, that is very, very wrong. This year they've asked questions in bar from trickling filter. So that means activated sludge process, trickling filter, oxidation pond. ये तो बहुत important है. This one is very important. And the sludge digestion time. Very, very important. You never know. This ASP, activated sludge process, was the favorite question of GATE. Every year they were asking. This year finally they took a break from it. Otherwise, activated sludge process, it is a patent one. Agar even 1 marks questions they'll be asking for sure. Okay, so activated sludge process was very, very common, but this year they haven't asked in GATE. But trickling filter they asked in your bar. Okay, so that is the reason this subject, even theoretical point of view for your other upcoming examinations also, it is very important. You cannot miss it. Fine. Now, talking about next, if I talk about disposal of sewage effluent, so here this zones of pollutions, your SSC JE, your AE, your polytechnic lecturer, your other examination zones of pollutions, either they will ask you to match the following, either they will give you the characteristics and they will tell you to identify the type of zone, either they will tell you to arrange it in a chronological order, sequential order. So this is common. Streeter-Phelps equation they have already asked in GATE. And disposal by dilution, what are the physical processes, what are the chemical forces, they have asked also. So this chapter is important. Okay, After that, if I talk it about air pollution, kindly, I told you now, which is there in trend. You cannot do that. Even in trend Insta reels you guys are making. So similarly, what is there in trend? Pollution. Which pollution? Air pollution. We are among the top 10 countries, and we have the top 10 cities in the world which is producing large amount of pollution. Air quality index is poorer and poorer. So how can you can't expect that they won't be asking question for air pollution? I told you now, minimum 1 marks questions will be there, but in each set they'll be asking. It is not possible in the last years, if you check it out, that they haven't asked questions from air pollution. It is damn sure that every year they'll be asking questions, because right now it is in trend also, because we are actually facing air pollution. Okay, so pollutants, dispersion, environment, plume. Till now they haven't asked about stack height. Every year I make students solve questions of stack height, expecting that this year they'll be asking questions. But right now, every year GATE is disappointing by not asking questions. Hopefully, then upcoming GATE examinations will get questions from stack height also. Okay, so here you have how to remove gravity settling filters, electrostatic precipitators, filter bag, venturi scrubbers, cyclonic collectors. So you have n number of ways in which you can remove the particulate matters. Each and everything will be studying there. Okay, talking about noise pollutions, that how do we measure noise, equivalent value, how we'll calculate, all those things are there which will be asked. So this is the whole syllabus which I have told you in detail. Talking about the books, so books I have already told you. If you want to go through the basics, you can refer to SK Girls sir book. But remember, you don't have to do PhD, so just stick to your syllabus and study. Talking about the preparation strategy, so guys, first of all, it is important right now that instead of focusing much on solving questions, right now you'll check it out also. I have right now also taken an interview of All India rank 64, Aman Pratap Singh. So every toppers, when I ask them, and they also tells us that first time when you're studying, your main focus should be that to go into the concepts. Problem solving is important, but just only solving problem is not important. First, you have to go to the vertical depth of the syllabus, right? So right now you have to go to it conceptually. You need to study it right now. So basically, that is the reason we have taken out this foundation course. So from tomorrow, I'll be taking the sessions. So tomorrow, I'll be taking a session of yours. I'll be taking the session of yours, and I'll be taking what? I'll be taking tomorrow. I'll be taking, just a minute, I guess. Okay, I'll show it to you if I have it right now. If you just, this one. Tomorrow I'll be taking with you the gravimetric method. Now trust me, you will enjoy it a lot, because tomorrow we'll be talking about a patent question. Now from the past year they haven't asked question, but it was in GATE 2022 they have asked questions from this. Okay, so from suspended solids they have asked questions, suspended solids, total solids, dissolved solids, everything which we'll be studying in tomorrow's class. Even for, it's not that ma'am will teach you the concepts and then it's you go and solve the numericals. I'm not going to do that. I'll make you study the concepts right from the scratch, and then I'll make you to solve question also. Okay, so until and unless we solve 3 to 4 questions, 2 to 3 questions, and you're pretty much confident that any questions comes, you are able to do it, till then we'll be solving question. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be talking about gravimetric method, and after that we'll move further. Clear? So let's meet tomorrow, guys. And in case if you have any doubts, be feel free. I've already shared my Telegram group with you, and every day the class will be at 8:30 p.m. Okay, so that you don't miss any of the classes, and we'll see you further upcoming classes. And already in app everyday classes going on at 5:30 p.m. So if you want to study irrigation, come to me in the app free of cost. It is there at 5:30 p.m. and environment. And guys, whatever topics I'm teaching you, it's not that I'll be teaching you some sections of it. Trust me, I'll be teaching you from the very scratch to the very advanced level. So it's not I'm promising you that I'm covering everything, but I'm telling you whatever things I'll cover from the scratch to the very advanced level. Okay, so if you have any doubts, kindly message me in Telegram, and for more updates, do subscribe to Byju's Exam Prep. Thank you, everyone.